Sounds, Avia Checker, DJ Mini and more. Entrance only $20 and powered by Bonafide Sounds. Calypso on the ring for Sunday, May 24th. Net of Friend Restaurant and Bar.
With the superb quality that is found in Robert's product. Become a master baker with bubble cream shortening. Add a touch of love to your food with sunflower soft luxury spread. Perfect your bread with Glow Spread margarine. Add mellow cream, that tastemaker flavor to all your gravies, soups, and stews. Rabbit, for the love of cooking. Distributed by Fine Foods, the biggest distributor of the biggest brands found in Dominica.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Dominica, get ready for Believers Convention 2026, presented by Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. From May 21st to the 24th, under the theme of Prepared People, Living the Kingdom Life. Join powerful speakers like Reverend Dr. Randy Rockman, Apostle David Walcott, and Dr. Kevin Laura. Beginning with the opening night on Thursday, May 21st, Friday night on May 22nd at 6:30, and the Ministers and Leaders Workshop on Saturday, 23rd May from 9 a.m. at the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. Then, don't miss the grand finale concert on Sunday, May 24th from 7 p.m. Admission is free, featuring ministry from Sanctify, Jerry Lloyd, Ebenezer Praise, and more, with a special tribute to Dominican gospel icon, Corinne Durand. For more information, call 235-6295 or 448-4323, or visit the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global Church office. Come reignite, refuel, and refresh at Believers Convention 2026.
The government of Dominica, in collaboration with Village Soufriere and Stand Sauver Village Council, presents the Feast of St. Isidore. Come to the east for the Feast of St. Isidore, May 22nd to 25 in Stand Sauver. Entertainment kicks off Friday with Isidore Princess Show, followed by Isidore Street Line with DJ Rebs, DJ Slim, DJ Epic, and Dr. Miguel Labadie. Saturday Fish Night with DJ Atty, DJ Flip the Ball, and the Impulse Band. Sunday Grand Sports Day, Small Goal Night, Cricket, Diamond Spoon, and more. After party with DJ Real 767, DJ Snow, and the legendary Midnight Groover. Monday, Isidore Day, church service, honoring of the elder, cultural gala, and more. Followed by afternoon entertainment with DJ Epic, DJ Tricks the Champ, Joyce Stout, Carlin XP, and the Rhythm Knockers Band. Fete Isidore 2026 in Saint-Aubert. Sponsored by the government of Dominica, Caribbean, Belfast Estate, agents for BB Rum and Kabul, George Designs Media, JS The Fans and Company Limited, Digicel, and Caribbean.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
All right, Dominica, we're here. Just in case you missed it, Dr. Pastor Randy Rodney, Kingdom Connections last night. That's our first stop for the morning.
There are a couple of things I want to. There are a couple of things I want to share.
We'll come back after this.
Dominica, not every link is a win.
You see that text saying I win a free code? I almost clicked it, we.
Man, my cousin fell for that same thing last week and all his money gone just so.
Scammers are trying to move smart, but you can stay smarter. Before you click, check the sender's email, check for spelling mistakes, and make sure the link starts with HTTPS, which shows it's secure. If it looks suspicious, don't click, delete it. Think, check, then click. That's the cyber smart way, and together we're building a cyber smart Caribbean. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
There are a couple of things I want to share with you, and I want to start in the wider region. I want to start with what seems to be happening around us that somehow we don't pay attention to. We get consumed by, and we will get impacted by whatever happens. I ask you to pay attention to it. Pay attention to what is happening with Cuba. Okay? The situation in Cuba, if you ask me, is growing more serious daily. And my concern always is for people. Politicians get to do what politicians want, and very often politicians don't care about people first, even if they tell you so. They care about themselves first. And so the challenges, the blackouts, the brownouts, the lack of traveling, the lack of certain food supplies in Cuba is something that we all must be concerned about. We still have some children in Cuba. We have some people studying there. And we ought to, pay attention to what's happening. I know we can't shout to Donald Trump from here. And if we shout to Donald Trump, we're already under the gun before visa restrictions and stuff like that. We fear that we might be crushed under the lion. Notwithstanding that, though, I'm hoping that we can begin to, pray for them, look at what's happening there. And I'm not sure that CARIGO or CARICOM is in a position to do anything with and for us. So, Mr. Skerritt, you might have to use your Spanish skills. I'm not sure how well that'll go down with the U.S. government in terms of your relationship with Venezuela. But right now, the U.S. is stabilizing relations there. Maybe you have a chance. So probably you need to take up that role and, go talk to somebody about this situation in Cuba, that somehow they will be allowed to receive, some oil for the livelihood of the people. Otherwise, we will have chaos happening there. That some politicians love. Some politicians love chaos because eventually they love to come as the god of the people. But we need not wait for that to happen and become unmanageable like Haiti is before we get involved in it. This is in our backyard. Yes, it's in the U.S. front yard, but it's in our backyard. And we need to pay some attention to it, okay? And I just ask every one of you in the audience to think about this. Think about the people there and think about the Dominicans there. Some of them are still at school studying in Cuba. Okay, so let's pay attention to that. Let's also pay attention to what's happening in the wider region. We see some change in some countries. We see some countries holding on, even if it's by very minority numbers, holding on to the seat of power in some of our nations, in our island states. And it's democracy at work, but it seems it to be a democracy where the people are really having voter apathy. They don't want to go to the polls. And we see that reflecting in Dominica as well, in terms of the people who are not going to get confirmed. Now, if that's a regional trend, it's something that we need to look at and break. The governments that have now called elections and sitting in office, some of them are sitting in office on very, very minority numbers. In other words, if you check the numbers that they won with and the numbers that are on the electoral lists, a lot of people didn't go to the polls to vote. Put those numbers together along with the people who vote against them. Very likely a lot of them are there with less than 40%, less than 30% of the total number of eligible voters. Which means that in a country, for example, like Dominica, let's just use the number. Let's say we have 60,000 people and our government won the election by 10, 12,000 people. It means that a very small number, a minority number voted for them, yet they become the leader. And when you think about it, it's not race, it's not black against white. It might very well be rich against poor. And so it's the very same outcome as what happened in South Africa before the advent of Nelson Mandela. You have a minority people.
If you know quality, then you must know the manufacturers of Dominica's finest rums, Belfast Estate Limited. Over 80 years leading the industry with exceptional standards and formidable customer service. We present the manufacturers of BB Rum, Soca Rum, Red Cap Rum, Cask Rum, and the signature Belfast Estate Rum Punch. With island-wide distribution daily, Belfast Estate Limited has cemented its mark as the distributor of choice for products like Eldorado range of rums and creams, Kubali Bear, Corona Bear, Guinness, Root Boy drink, and of course, Sunblast juices, Topper Snacks, Vitamalt, and Pine Hill juices. Call the office at 440-7032 or visit the distribution outlet at Jimmy Dominica. Follow on Facebook or Instagram at Belfast Estate. Belfast Estate Limited, your leading manufacturer and distributor of rums in Dominica.
Great things happen when we crunch together. So crunch and share the love with KFC's bucket together. $45 gets you 6 pieces of chicken, 2 fries, 1 corn, 1 biscuit. With KFC, there's always chances to win big. 3 winners, 3 destinations for an all-expense-paid trip with Sunrise Airways, St. Martin Carnival, St. Kitts Music Festival, and Lucian Carnival. $1,500 spent in cash, hotel accommodation, event tickets, and ground transportation. All you have to do is purchase a bucket together. Write your name and phone number at the back of your receipt and drop it in the draw box. KFC's finger licking good.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Dominica, get ready for Believers Convention 2026, presented by Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. From May 21st to the 24th, under the theme of Prepared People, Living the Kingdom Life. Join powerful speakers like Reverend Dr. Randy Rockman, Apostle David Walcott, and Dr. Kenny Laura. Beginning with the opening night on Thursday, May 21st, Friday night on May 22nd at 6:30, and the Ministers and Leaders Workshop on Saturday, 23rd May from 9 a.m. at the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. Then, don't miss the grand finale concert on Sunday, May 24th from 7 p.m. Admission is free, featuring ministry from Sanctify, Jerry Lloyd, Ebenezer Praise, and more, with a special tribute to Dominican gospel icon, Corinne Durant. For more information, call 235-6295 or 448-4323. or visit the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global Church office. Come reignite, refuel, and refresh at Believers Convention 2026.
I see Colwyn shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? Do you have a farm? He tell me, that's how it sort. I've been married 37 years. Come on, much money in farm. I say, no, not woman. Like land for farming crops. And then you understand. Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together. All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Rosal again. Same place outside Flossies. I tried to dock him, but he had time to see me. Well, story start again. Million, Lotoma Pavel with us, huh? Salcafella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossies. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Good when you're still telling me. I know already. To pack a spit him, why? When it can up Pepper Palais, I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Floss's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Floss's can't do it to you.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening events, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
Just stay tuned, Dominica. My computer seemed to be playing some tricks me here this morning, but I really want to address an issue just for a minute there, as it relates to. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention as I try to get this computer issue resolved. There, trying to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to this, Dominica. So listen for a minute. Listen for a minute. Yesterday, you heard something different. As a matter of fact, let me play for you what we heard yesterday. I want you to just remember what happened yesterday and 24 hours. You know, the young people, I said to you yesterday, there's a level of fear, right? Listen to what you heard. Maybe on the weekend, this was circulating. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Look at my mother. Half dead, half alive. And she loves Scary, and she loves Labour Party. And she loves Dennis Charles, because we from Scott Z. Okay? I'm making that video to know. Dennis does not want support. Have people on them that voting in Scott Z. That's a poto Labour that. And respect my mother. You want I tell all you? Respect my mother, I tell all you, boy. Labour Party and fucking Scary than Dennis, boy. Okay? Stop use people for vote.
All right, now.
And appreciate people. And support people that support all you. And love people that dare to make all you big up all yourself in politics. You understand what I'm telling you? Look at that. That's a woman that support Labour her whole life. And look at how she lie down there. Half dead, half alive. You understand what I'm telling you? Denise, know your people, Denise. And scare it. Know who that dare to put you up in power, boy. You understand what I'm telling you, boy? Right.
You remember that conversation? We spoke about it just a few minutes yesterday. Fast forward. Fast forward. and listen to this very young lady speaking on the very issue. What happened overnight?
I want to apologize to Mr. Skerritt Dennis Giles. Okay? Please accept my apology. I went at it the wrong way, and I shouldn't have done it. Okay? So, Mr. PM, there's another message to you. I'm sorry. And to my pal rep, Dennis Giles, I'm very sorry also. And I hope all you get that message. The same way all you get the bad, I hope all you see the good.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, huh? What is really happening in Dominica now? Let's get it again.
I want to apologize to Mr. Skerritt Dennis Giles. Okay? Please accept my apology. I went at it the wrong way, and I shouldn't have done it. Okay? So, Mr. PM, there's another message to you. I'm sorry. And to my pal rep, Dennis Giles, I'm very sorry also. And I hope all you get that message. The same way all you get the bad, I hope all you see the good.
I told you, and tried to warn you yesterday. There's a serious level of fear in this country. We'll come back to talk in a minute. Somebody even one of your my many listeners even asked even told me when I spoke about his fear yesterday that I may have asked the wrong question. I'm on the ground. I understand what's going on. Hello, talk to me. Yes, are you there, caller? Talk. Yes.
Yes, I'm there, Matt. Good morning. How are you?
How are you doing, my brother? How are you doing? Yes.
Matt, I am doing pretty good, Matt. Matt, let me read something to you, okay? And tell me if it sounds like what you just heard, right? It says, and I'm not going to tell you what it is first, is a rare paradoxical psychological response where hostages or abused victims develop positive feeling, empathy, or bonding towards their captor or abuser. Does that sound familiar, Matt?
Very familiar.
That sounds like Stockholm Syndrome. And that seems like it is rampant in Dominica. Because obviously somebody got to this young lady last night, promised her a plate of food rather than a pot, and she turned mid-circles right around. 360 go back somewhere. Right? And all people need to stand up for principle in Dominica. If they have been unfair to you, say it. Why are you apologizing to them again? We'll be on to the match. Have a good day.
Have a good day. I told you just yesterday. I said, for now, I'm on the ground. I understand just what is going on. 9:03. Oh no, it's 1 minute to 9. Sorry, wrong time. Are you there, caller? Talk to me.
I am there, Mark Perry.
Oh,
I just want to tell you, in 1988, the United Workers' Party, under the leadership of Edison Chenfield James, and all these great team members, there's a song they played. Calling all my brothers and my sisters, fear no more. Can you play that song for me, please?
If
It is sung by the Hurricane.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We'll try to find that one. Somebody said I should call her and ask her why she apologized. Isn't it obvious? At this time, people might just say it's not relevant. Huh? I guess it depends on what side of the fence that you stand on. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yeah, Matt, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, my brother. Yes.
Matt, I'm a village of the young lady. I beg Dominicans, please do not criticize this lady. Matt, please. I beg all our Dominican people, just listen to that video, but do not criticize the lady. Tony Caesar is on the line. Thank you, Matt.
Hello, Tony. You gone?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, I'm asking you why you think people should not criticize or should not criticize.
Matt, that fan said this lady was called. That's all I can say. She was called. All right.
All right, thank you. Yes, somebody else from Scottsdale is saying, Matt, the pressure is the DLP in the Soufriere constituency. That's what another prominent member in her Soufriere constituency is telling me at this time. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hello, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, morning, yes.
How are you?
I'm trying my best.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out, although I was expecting that. I knew that was coming. But I was just trying to, analyze it and, wonder, but what is the apology for? Because, she was talking the truth. She was speaking the truth. She was speaking from her heart. Why are you apologizing? Are you apologizing for speaking the truth? It doesn't make sense.
All right. Thank you. Let's, try to make sense out of it, right? Hello, talk to me.
I give praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who sacrifice their personal safety and security, trying to elevate mankind to humanity. And it's a pleasure to blessings to your family again.
Blessings to you, blessings, yes.
I give thanks. Matt, on the plantation, it is a plantocracy for sure, Matt. This is a plantation. Any enslaved person, slaves never want to escape. Matt, it have the enslaved and it have slaves. A slave is a voluntary participant in the abuse of their own selves. But any enslaved that are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, I can never advise them against it. I can just caution them, please do not get caught before you execute your mission. Matt, isn't that slavery, Matt? Yesterday you want to talk? Well, for me to assist you, you have to go back on the same medium and apologize. For what? You stealing the billions of Dominicans and enslave them with it, not the buying every damn body. Look, Scarrett, at my $6,666 since after Maria, he refused to give it to me. So I have to go down on my knees and come and lick Scarrett foot and say, Master, sorry. He tell me, go on Kyrie, go on DBS, go on Q and apologize. For what? Calling your... Let me not say that. I don't want to get you upset. I want to leave the airways for some time without I fight with you. Matt, what is happening in Dominica need to be confronted with an equal force, Matt. Not that none of abuse them are taking people money and embarrass them, intimidate them, enslave them, disrespect them, Matt, with their own money. Matt, have you heard Scarrett several times saying, when are the finishes of the money? Have you heard that, Matt?
Yep.
When are the finishes of the tax money? Generalize, Matt. Every money is his own. The hospital is his own. The roads is his own. The abortion is his own. Everything is his own. Passport money and all of that. Listen to the young lady here, Matt. Listen, that is holding the hostage. The billions on you steal and build apartments, stupid little apartments that are so fragile and poorly constructed. Patrick John, Miss Charles, Edison James, all of them build apartments and the people got the certificates of title, Matt, and eventually they paid and the buildings are theirs, Matt. Scaring home in Dominica, hostage in their own apartments. He used the money to build. Now look at that is why I tell people, please leave the young lady alone. And we quick to say, oh, all the time. Oh, why she didn't talk on? Oh, now they see that. We are so myopic. We are so small-minded and narrow in our scope of looking at things many times, Matt. It's just like a friend. I caution her when she tried to tell me about, oh, why is now Gregor talking? There's a time and a place for everything. And everything has a breaking point. Matt Denny's and Scary and this criminal enterprise that are holding the people hostage, Matt. But the young people need to be engaged and educated constantly. And my friend, I'm going to use it again, not you know, Matt, somebody that called me. Repetition builds reputation. It also builds character and familiarity. You cannot come and tell me something one time like a little child. Most adults are like little children. But I tell you that already. But I forget. So repetition kicks in. If all you want to remove those criminals from there, but so you have a lot of work to do. And I will determine, Matt, in conclusion, how I engage the public when I call that radio, Matt. I try to respect you, be respectful as much as I can. But with all that level of disrespect, Matt, I wish I could have said a lot of nasty things on the radio to describe these criminals, Matt. You cannot do that to our people, and then we ourselves on the plantation saying, oh, you should not have done it, or you should have done it that way, or you should. And you know the problem in Dominica, Matt, is blessings. Do you know that, Matt?
Sure. Well, all right. You said
the problem in Dominica is blessings, you know, Matt. Neither is the why UWP don't win. Everything that happened in Dominica, I am to be blamed, Matt. So when you see you are exhausted and your battlefield fatigued, then guess what? You start to hallucinate. You start to think, who is the enemy now? But you don't think it's Mr. Oh, you don't think it's Mr. C'est pas moi qui fais ça, oh. Blessings.
Blessings. I wanted you to listen very carefully too. Somebody sent that to me yesterday, and I wanted you to analyze this message there very, very carefully. Listen, yeah? Listen.
He raised a donkey to...
Where you? We're going to come back again. I just want you to listen to this very important story there that was sent to me just yesterday. All right. Let's see if we can get back to it. Stick around.
Raised a donkey to the rooftop and lost his entire home trying to bring it back down. A man bought a donkey for the first time in his life. He was so delighted with his new animal that he took it up to the roof of his house. There he patted the donkey affectionately and showed it the neighboring homes, the village, and all the roads and paths below, thinking that one day the donkey would recognize the way home if it ever wandered off. As the sun began to set, the man decided it was time to take the donkey down to the stable where it belonged. But the donkey refused. It had fallen in love with the rooftop view. From up there, it felt important, elevated, and above everything else. It had no intention of going back down. The man tried to persuade it gently, but the donkey would not move. He tried tricking it, but the donkey was not fooled. He pulled with all his strength, but the donkey dug in its hooves and resisted even harder. Then the donkey began to kick and jump wildly. With every stomp, the wooden roof trembled. The entire house shook under the force of the animal's stubbornness. Realizing that the roof was about to collapse, the man rushed downstairs and hurried his wife and children out of the house. Moments later, the roof caved in. The walls crumbled. The house was destroyed, and the donkey was buried beneath the rubble. The man stood over the dead donkey and said, "The fault is not yours. Your true place was always in the state."
Oh, we missed that one. We're gonna come back. Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to it. Yeah. Thank you. 4493095. My telephones have been going crazy there. Interrupted my flow. I wanted you to listen to the end of the story. It's already 9:10. We'll play that story for you again. All right, let's listen there to this voice note.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you. Yes.
Matt, thank you for playing the hallmark. That is the signature of Scarrett's oppression, his abuse. That's the Stalin and the chicken mentality, Matt. Pluck out their feathers, Matt, to give them food. Pluck them out until they are bleeding, and then they come peck the food. And even if they're covered with blood, that is what they do. Matt, you remember the man from La Plaine, where it was alleged that Peter Seja had beaten Matt?
Mm-hmm.
The same man who they gave the house to, who came, Matt, in the opening, the official opening or handing over of the house. And the man said, "I should have been beaten a long time ago. Thank you for beating me. Thank you for breaking my bones. Thank you. If I had gotten that beating a long time ago, I would have gotten that house." And there was another guy, another little partner that he had worked and not gotten paid. And he spoke up, and then he had to come in the same manner and apologize. So that is the way of how the demons work in Dominica. They keep people under subjection, under cruelty, Matt. And to the point where the people have to go back and eat their vomit. And Matt, it's not just that woman alone. Some of them that have just not openly apologized for, the persecution, the arrest, the hunting down. You hear them, Matt, in different ways, Matt. So while we want to say it's fair, it's not so totally fair. Those are people who just don't know their rights. And if you cannot understand that you have to stand for something, then you will fall for nothing, Matt. But Matt, thank God I was raised by a strong man in a nuclear family, Matt, who taught us values, who taught us how to speak up. He taught his children how to speak up, how to let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. And how, Matt, to make it abundantly clear where your position is. If you disagree, make it abundantly clear. Say you disagree and do not send mixed messages, mixed signals. So thank God for my father, Joseph Stephen Gordon, who instilled in me those values, integrity, how to stand up. And Matt, how not to compromise my rights, how not to sell my birthright for a bowl of rice. Matt, I thank God I was brought up in a home like that, where I could speak up for myself. We could speak up for ourselves. All Stephen Gordon children are like that. They can speak up for themselves. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Joseph Stephen Gordon. Goodbye, Matt.
Before him, he holds the animal in an.
You remember that story? That story?
Joseph Stalin demands that a chicken be brought before him. He holds the animal in an iron grip with one hand. And to the dismay of everyone in the room, he starts plucking its feathers while the animal is still alive. The chicken thrashes and cries out in pain, and everyone in the room has its eyes bulged out, horrified, seeing how the hands of the dictator get covered in the animal's blood. But no one has the courage to ask the dictator to stop, and he manages to pluck the entire chicken before placing it on the ground. The animal is visible in pain and is distraught. But Stalin tells the people in the room to watch what happens next. He opens a drawer where he gets a small bag of grain and starts throwing it on the ground. The chicken immediately comes and starts picking at the grain. Stalin then starts leading the chicken around the room, and everyone watches how the animal that is still covered in blood is following the dictator around. He then explains the moral lesson. The chicken represents the people. And no matter how much pain he is going to inflict upon the people, they will always follow him around as long as he promises to give the people free stuff.
Right. A message in that story. Now listen to Mr. Simeon Joseph yesterday. I think this deserves a repeat.
People have to understand. Let us take it from several perspectives. Okay? People have to understand that fear is of the devil. It's a tool of the devil. It's a tool of the evil one.
Thank you.
Okay? And we have to understand that if we abide in the shades of the Almighty, nothing can harm us. We need to understand that greater is He that is in the world, that is in us, than he that is in the world. And so when we try to imbibe fear, when we try to make fear as the foundation upon which we should speak and act and think, it means, therefore, that we are devolving ourselves of the essence of life. From a spiritual perspective, we know that Jesus said, I came that you may have life and to have it abundantly. And he tells us that the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And we are also told in Scripture that we should not be afraid of those who can kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. So are we therefore saying that people in Dominica, the young people of Dominica, are so enraptured in the evil one that they allow the evil one to rule them? Because the evil one has an approach of fear, making people be afraid. If you stand on the foundation of the Word of God and you believe in the fact that God is your protector, your refuge, you will fear no man. You will fear no man. And when you transfer that to the political sphere, it just goes to show and should tell every Dominican that we are ruled by evil, that we are ruled by the devil, that we are being ruled by evil forces. Because if a people of 65,000 people in a country can tell me that they are afraid of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 people in power, with a police force of less than 400, with Labour Party agents of less than 2, and you're afraid of those people, it means therefore that it is a very ominous sign, a very diabolical situation that we in Dominica are being ruled by the evil one. And if after 25 years, we are increasingly being fearful because we are afraid of the works of the evil one, which has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy, then we need to liberate ourselves from the evil one. We need to free ourselves of the devil. We need to rid ourselves of the works of Satan. Because if that is what we have come to after 25 years of being ruled by a government which causes us to be afraid, then we have to exorcise ourselves. We have to deliver ourselves. And come the next election, that is the boldest statement that Dominicans have to make. Stand up to the evil one, stand up against fear, renounce the devil, and say, "Be gone, Satan." That's what we have to do.
So, Simeon, of course, I'm just asking the question there for relevance sake. What do you say to a young person who's that's just only known the Labour Party. What do you tell them to relieve themselves? Because this is the only government they have known.
I will tell them the following. Even if you have only known the Labour Party, and the Labour Party is the only one you have known ruling you for the past 20 years, is your life better off? At 25 years, do you have better prospects for opportunity for employment? After 25 years, do you have better prospects for education? After 25 years, when you see your life, do you see you going into the next 5, 10, 15 years as you are now? Do you want to continue to sit down on the side of the street without employment? Do you want your life to continue with hands out? Do you want your life to continue with the fact that you have to depend on a pal rep to give you money to go and get a social security card and to go and get a passport? Do you want to continue to be under that 25 years regime where you cannot even make ends meet? Do you want to continue to be under 25 years of age where you continue to see your parents suffer? Do you want to continue to be under 25 years when you go to the hospital and you cannot get proper treatment? Do you want to continue to be under 25 years to become a policeman and you have to leave soon after because you've seen square pegs in wrong hole? Do you want to continue to be 25 years where you go to WeChurch, S-Smart, Astafas and everything and cannot do proper shopping? Yes, that's what you have known. And you want to choose to continue to do that. Do you want to continue to be 25 years and to be fearful? Knowing that for you to get a job, you have to do irregularities? Do you want to continue to be 25 years where you are walking on the street and you are not free to be a citizen in your own country? Do you want to continue to be 25 years under this regime where you have parliamentary representatives who do not represent you, who don't know you, who take advantage of your parents and your grandparents, where your father and mother has to be afraid of speaking up because they want to get an opportunity for you to get a scholarship or a job? Is that what you want after 25 years? If that is all you know, if that's all you have known for 25 years, then you are 25 years, or you are 30 years, or you are 35 years. Just for instance, they came in power and you were 10, 15, 20 years. If you are 45 years old, and 20 years ago, you are 45 years old today, and that's all you have known for the past 25 years, and you are 45 years old, you haven't got a house, you cannot afford to buy a car, you cannot afford to invest in a piece of land. Do you want that more? If you are 35 years old and to say, okay, you were maybe 15 years old when this government came into power, are you therefore going to say that at 35 years old you cannot get a job? You graduated from high school 10 years ago, you cannot get a job. You cannot get a proper opportunity for education. Now, if you are 30 and 25 years old and you were born in 2000, or you were 5 years old when you came into power, at 30 years, you cannot begin to see the light of day for you to be somebody and a man and a woman in your own country. That if you are 25 and 30 years old and you think the only way you can make it for you to run to Antigua, run to St. Martin, run to St. Kitts, run to St. Lucia because you cannot make it in your own country. That is what you want to tell me you want to leave on after 25 years, Matt?
But let me ask you the next question. Do you think that the opposition is selling that kind of message to the young people?
Well, that is the problem that I have. So when the young people get up in the morning and they're seeing the reality of their own lives, when they get up in Maho, Massac, St. Joseph, Soufriere, Scottsdale, Laplin, Granby, Talibishi, Marigot, Lakers, Portsmouth, Wesley, Woodford Hill, Bells, Ansby, Grand Fork, Roseau Valley, Cochrane, and they're not seeing it for themselves. They're not seeing the frustration that they are under. Do they need a Thompson Fountain to tell them that? Do they need a Lennox Linton? Do they need a Matt Pelkey? Do they need somebody to tell them that? And they've seen it. And they've seen for themselves that for them to buy a car, they have to go and beg a pal rep. And they've seen it for themselves when their mother died, they have to go and beg a pal rep to bury their mother. And they've seen it for themselves that when they go to Credit Union, National Bank, Republic Bank, their bank accounts are empty. And they're seeing for themselves that when they have a bank card and they go to the ATM and they take out money, all that remaining on it is 5 cents and 6 cents and 10 cents. They're not seeing it for themselves. So there is an opposition to tell them that. Yes, the opposition has a role to play in peddling a message and to providing alternatives for people of Dominica. But it's time Dominicans open their eyes. They need to shake the cloak of fear that they are walking about. Matt, let me tell you something. You know, the question you answer me there, Matt, you remember the plantation slavery system?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the plantation slavery system? You remember, Matt? Just ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question of the plantation system. Where you had the masters or the plantation house. And in the plantation house would have been just the master, the overseer, a few chosen slaves. Right? And on the plantation, you would have 10, 15, 20,000 slaves. Right? Didn't you find it strange that the 20,000 slaves couldn't go into that master's house and pull him out of that house and take over that plantation? Don't you find that strange? Don't you find that strange? You know how that happened? Because every plantation master knew he had to choose a few select slaves to come and live in the house, to spy on the mass of the slaves in the plantation and to become the master's favorites, so that the master would treat them well, give them the spoils of the planter's house so that they could squeal on the mass tradition. That's what we have in Dominica today. We have a government that is a plantocracy, that are feeding a few elite people on the plantation so they can continue to keep the rest of the masses of the people under slavery and bondage and fear. Because that is what we have. We have now a translocation of the plantation system in the political system in Dominica, where Dominica is now a big, massive plantation with 65 to 70,000 Dominicans who are suffering under the yoke of slavery and denial and lack of livelihood and lack of resources, where they have to be told when to eat, when to bathe, when to sleep, when to shit, when to do everything. They have to be told to do that, and then they are afraid. They are afraid to be who they want to be because they are afraid. Why they are afraid? Because they know in between the master and themselves, there is that little elite group of people who know will spy on them and go back to the master. So they're living in fear. They're living in fear. Why? Because they want their child to get a scholarship. They know if they go to the credit union or the bank to get a loan, the planters, the so-called supervisors of the master are sitting on those boards so they cannot get a loan. They want to get a scholarship so they know that they are there to spy to say, that one for us, that one not for us, so therefore don't give it to them. That is how we live now. We're back to slavery now, you know. We're back to slavery. That's how we are now. The majority of Dominicans are living in slavery, under serfdom, servitude, because we are afraid to stand up on the plantation and let the master know, listen, we're supposed to determine our own life and our own process, Matt. So that kind of thing about faith, it's time Dominicans realize, after 25 years, enough is enough. Okay? And it's time people realize, okay, Matt, I have gotten texts, people telling me they know I live alone and they know where I live. It's not shutting me up. It's not shutting me up. Why would it shut me up? I have nothing to lose. My voice and my life is more important than brick, mortar, walls, and galvanized. And that's what Dominicans have to do. Dominicans have to learn to stand up. Stand up for what they believe in. Stand up against not only a government in power that is corrupt, but stand up for themselves and their future.
Simeon, do we still have a middle class in Dominica?
What's that?
Do we still have a middle class in Dominica?
We don't have a middle class in Dominica. In the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, the middle class was the policemen, the teachers, the nurses. You know how they became middle class? And the entrepreneurs. You know how they became middle class, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
They came from the rural areas of Dominica.
True.
And because of the opportunity of education and upward mobility, they were able to build their own houses, partisan involvement. They were able to send their children to school. They were able to boldly go in the bank and take a loan and establish Castle Comfort and Wall House and Kenfield East and Belfast, right? There has been a social transformation of Dominica from the 50s to 2000 because of the middle class. People were able to independently go to school, gain an education, get employment, and boldly, independently, and resourcefully go to a bank and get a loan to build a bigger house for themselves, to send their children to school, to buy their cars and to save their money. And the other middle class we had, Matt, were the farmers of Dominica who were able to say, well, okay, fine, I am going to plant a piece of land. I'm Get involved in agriculture, put my money in the bank and go to the bank and say, look, money, I want a vehicle to drive. Give me, you remember the amount of four-wheel drive? Just look around Dominica today. Drive around Dominica. Go to the once prosperous villages of Dominica, La Plaine, Castle Bruce, Wesley, Marigot, Woodford Hill, Alibishi, Bush, St. Joseph, Salisbury, Maho, and those places. Most of these communities are dying. When you drive around these valleys, you see houses becoming dilapidated. You go to Calibishi, I was there, so the feeder roads in Calibishi that was built where you could drive to the mountains on the feeder roads are no more. When you have once prosperous middle-income families were boldly, they could cut style on you. How many farmers in Dominica were able to independently go to the bank? You have the Wills L6 of Wesley. You have the Telemax. You have all the people. You have the what you call it, the Johnsons, and you have people all over Dominica who were able to independently from their agriculture go to the bank, take a loan, and send their children to become doctors and lawyers and engineers and technicians. They could do that before. And so why have this move? Is that what we, the people of Dominica, have allowed us to do, and this government to do, is to pull the carpet of independence under our feet, pull the carpet of autonomy under their foot, pull the carpet and to become totally dependent on them to the extent that if our parents are, we cannot bury our own mother. They have to go to a parliamentary representative to bury their own parents. They have to go to a parliamentary representative to get money to put clothes on their back. They have to go to a parliamentary representative to put food on their table. They have to go to a parliamentary. That is slave mentality. And that is why it is the devil incarnate. When you have an evil system and an evil government and an evil set of people in power who think that they can control people out of fear and still deny them the opportunity to be independent, where they can live their daily lives and put food on their table, clothes on their back, a roof over their head, shoes on their feet, and to have a bright future for themselves. That's where we are today. That's where we are today. That is why Dominicans must wake up. Dominicans must go within the recesses of their energies and their strength and their body and say, enough is enough. In any decent democracy, you will say, give the country a chance to breathe after 25 years. And in the next government you put in there, that when you kick their skin out, you vote them out. But you cannot be out of fear and intimidation and hands-on. Come this next election, I can imagine the amount of money that is going to be swayed around. Look at the people of Rosalie to Castle Bruce, Saint-Sauveur. Every election, they're going to put a caterpillar up in Petit-Soufrière and tell the people they're going to build a link road between Petit-Soufrière, and it has never been built. Go around Dominica and look at all the promises that have been made, and after 25 years, the people are in the same position that they are in. Look at the health centers that have been built around Dominica and sitting empty because we don't have enough nurses or they refuse. So come election time, they're going to open all of them. Look at so long we've been promised the roads are supposed to be the shining example of the Caribbean. Don't forget we got money. They told us we got money from the Q80 fund since 2001 when Reginald Otto and Pierre Charles was Minister of Communications and Works, as a matter of fact, before. And look at Roseau still today. It is the most undesirable city. And while I'm on that, Matt, I believe the fires in Roseau are smoke screen. Okay? That is just something I want to drop. And so we have to ask ourselves certain questions. And when we're talking about fear, every time we're talking about this thing of it, human beings are not supposed to be laden by fear. Human beings are not supposed to be motivated by fear. Human beings are not children of the devil, and if they are children of God, and if you're a child of God, you ought not to fear. Greater is he that is in you that is in the world. Do not be afraid of those who can kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Too many of us are preoccupied in physical things rather than the spiritual realm, where we know when we are endowed by the Spirit, we can conquer anything and we can stamp on the head of Satan. We need to begin to do that in this country. Stop articulating fear and imbibing a certain sense of get rid of that. And the people in power today must tell themselves that they cannot continue to control the people of Dominica like that anymore. They cannot.
All right, Simeon, thank you. You know, I was making a statement just a few minutes ago. People see me on the streets, how we talk about fear.
fool me in the corner because they don't.
All right, Dominica, you just heard Mr. Simeon Joseph there speaking to the same issue, you know. Why be fearful? We have a stop coming up with the Republic Bank for a few minutes. Stick around. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Percy.
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
been here all the time, but I'm silent. In spite of it all, I'm just going to say, please don't shut me out. It is as you know about the story of Egypt. How the children came out of Egypt and they could not deliver yourself with the thousands of them, millions of them. It only takes God. And God had to send Moses to deliver. And even slavery, you see the same thing. So whatever is happening, the Dominican people have turned their back upon God. They're looking for food, they're looking for this. But the only thing is when you turn and cry unto God, these people come, turn and cry to God, repent of their sin and turn and call upon God. Whatever has to happen, happen. But sometimes before people talk about Christianity and talking about shutting them up or other people shutting them up. But we need God. This island needs Jesus. And instead of all what Mr. Simeon says, it's all right. But how are you going to teach people to come up there? Fear is of the devil. And when you have not given your life to Christ, you will always live in fear. And we are Christians. We live in fear too. But sometimes we know our Heavenly Father. We call upon Him. And He take away fear. He said He has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of sound mind. Love and power. It is in the book of Timothy. You read? 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. So that is where we are in the only fear. People cannot come and do what they hold on. You have to seek God in everything. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you too. All right, now I suspect that lady should have been ordained a pastor, huh? Because the pastor.
The fault is mine, because I lifted you to a place where you never belonged. Moral of the story: it is difficult to bring down a fool once you have raised him to a position he was never meant to occupy. Sometimes the greatest damage is caused not by those who misuse power, but by those who put them there in the first place. The blame does not always belong to the one who acts foolishly. Often it belongs to the one who elevated them beyond their true capacity. Be careful who you elevate. Bringing them down may cost you everything. If this story taught you to be careful who you elevate, comment yes and share this with someone who needs this lesson.
All right, remember I did play you the beginning of that story. I'll play you the entire story at this time. It's already 9:37. Let's listen again to the story, the moral of that story at the end. Listen.
One who needs this lesson.
Let's see if we can get back to the very beginning of that story there. So stick around, okay? Stick around as I try to get back to the beginning of that one.
One who needs this lesson. He raised a donkey to the rooftop and lost his entire home trying to bring it back down. A man bought a donkey for the first time in his life. He was so delighted with his new animal that he took it up to the roof of his house. There he patted the donkey affectionately and showed it the neighboring homes, the village, and all the roads and paths below, thinking that one day the donkey would recognize the way home if it ever wandered off. As the sun began to set, the man decided it was time to take the donkey down to the stable where it belonged. But the donkey refused. It had fallen in love with the rooftop view. From up there, it felt important, elevated, and above everything else. It had no intention of going back down. The man tried to persuade it gently, but the donkey would not move. He tried tricking it, but the donkey was not fooled. He pulled with all his strength, but the donkey dug in its hooves and resisted even harder. Then the donkey began to kick and jump wildly. With every stomp, the wooden roof trembled. The entire house shook under the force of the animal's stubbornness. Realizing that the roof was about to collapse, the man rushed downstairs and hurried his wife and children out of the house. Moments later, the roof caved in. The walls crumbled. The house was destroyed, and the donkey was buried beneath the rubble. The man stood over the dead donkey and said, "The fault is not yours. Your true place was always in the stable. The fault is mine, because I lifted you to a place where you never belonged." Moral of the story: it is difficult to bring down a fool once you have raised him to a position he was never meant to occupy. Sometimes the greatest damage is caused not by those who misuse power, but by those who put them there in the first place. The blame does not always belong to the one who acts foolishly. Often it belongs to the one who elevated them beyond their true capacity. Be careful who you elevate. Bringing them down may cost you everything. If this story taught you to be careful who you elevate, comment yes and share this with someone who needs this lesson.
It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Great things happen when we crunch together. So crunch and share the love with KFC's bucket together. $45 gets you 6 pieces of chicken, 2 fries, 1 corn, 1 biscuit. With KFC, there's always chances to win big. 3 winners, 3 destinations on all expense-paid trip with Sunrise Airways, St. Martin Carnival, St. Kitts Music Festival, and Lucian Carnival. $1,500 spent in cash, hotel accommodation, event tickets, and ground transportation. All you have to do is purchase a bucket together. Write your name and phone number at the back of your receipt and drop it in the drop box. KFC's finger licking good.
Dominica, get ready for Believers Convention 2026, presented by Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. From May 21st to the 24th, under the theme of Prepared People, Living the Kingdom Life. Join powerful speakers like Reverend Dr. Randy Rodman, Apostle David Walcott, and Dr. Kevin Laura. Beginning with the opening night on Thursday, May 21st, Friday night on May 22nd, at 6:30, and the Ministers and Leaders Workshop on Saturday, 23rd May, from 9 a.m. at the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. Then, don't miss the grand finale concert on Sunday, May 24th, from 7 p.m. Admission is free, featuring ministry from Sanctify, Jerry Lloyd, Ebenezer Praise, and more, with a special tribute to Dominican gospel icon, Corinne Durant. For more information, call 235-6295 or 448-4323, or visit the Truth and Grace Fellowship Global Church office. Come reignite, refuel, and refresh at Believers Convention 2026.
Don't be afraid to change your life. Make that step, Republics by your side. To renovate, we got the things to make life great. Move from, I don't know, make the move, The move is yours, we could see, Republic's got me. The move is yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one free you.
The morning time is 9:45.
Make that step, Republics by your side. To renovate, move from, I don't know, make the move, The move is yours, we could see, Republic's got me. The moment is yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one for you.
All right, Dominique, our next stop here with Republic Bank. Good morning, Dominic, and welcome back to another edition of Republic Corner. We have been taking a closer look at the Republic's Bank, the move is yours, the sport is ours campaign, and the different ways it speaks to the real customer needs. Today, we turn our attention to a product design for those important goals and priorities that may not always fit into the traditional categories, but still matter just as much. Join us this morning is Nicole Karam, Assistant Manager, Transaction Processing Unit, Republic Bank of Dominica. Good morning to you, Nicole. How are you this morning? How are you?
Good morning, Matt. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you.
The day is going fine?
It is. It's going good. Thank you. A little wet, a little rain, but that's okay.
Well, I haven't seen the rain just yet, but let's get straight into it this morning. What will we be talking about today? What is our focus today?
So today we are focusing on our Make It Happen loan, which form an important part of our The Move is Yours, the Support is Ours campaign. The campaign covers a range of products, including mortgages, vehicle loans, and land loans. However, what makes our Make It Happen loans so relevant is that they speak to those important goals and needs that may not fall under home ownership, land, or vehicle, but still matter deeply in a customer's life. Today's conversation is really about showing customers that those priorities matter too, and that Republic Bank is here to support them.
Based on your explanation, a Make It Happen loan sounds like a personal loan. Are they the same thing?
Yes, it is. Essentially, a personal loan is the same thing as a Make It Happen loan. And it really speaks to what the product is there to do for customers. It is not just about the loan itself. It is about helping people get things done. It points to action, progress, and moving forward with something important that that might have been on a customer's mind for some time. While it is a personal loan in product terms, the Make It Happen name helps customers connect it to real life. It tells them that if there is something they need to take care of, something they want to address, or personal goal that they are ready to act on, Republic Bank has a solution designed to help them make it happen.
So what are some of the goals or needs that may lead a customer to consider a Make It Happen loan?
A Make It Happen loan can really support a wide range of personal priorities. It may be a customer trying to take care of an important family need, cover a major personal expense, handle something that has been lingering for a long time, or simply move forward with a goal that would make life easier or more comfortable. What is important is that the customer sees it as something meaningful, something that needs attention, and something that would make a real difference if they could address it. This is a product that gives customers room to tackle those priorities in a practical way.
But sometimes, let's agree that people know exactly what they need to do, but still delay it. Why do you think people put off those personal priorities for so long?
Well, I think a lot of the times it comes down to competing responsibilities. Life gets busy. Unexpected expenses come up. And before you know it, something important gets pushed further and further down the list. Sometimes people also hesitate because they assume the support may not be there, or they think that they just have to keep managing without taking action. Then there are customers who simply are not sure where they need it, so they never start the conversation. That is why a product like this is so important. It reminds people that if something matters, it is worth exploring, and Republic Bank is here to support.
Well, let's take a quick break, Nicole. We'll come right back with the Republic Bank. Thank you very much for coming back.
To change your life, make that step. Republic's by your side. We renovate, now we got to make life great. Move from, I don't know. Make a move, make a move, make a move. Don't move this up. We will see Republic's got me. Don't move this yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one for you. Don't be afraid to change your life. Make that step. Republic's by your side. We renovate, now we got to make life great. Move from, I don't know. Make a move, make a move, make a move. Don't move this up. We will see Republic's got me. Don't move this yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one for you.
All right, we're back, Dominica. Let's connect again to continue the conversation with Nicole Karam, Assistant Manager, Transaction Processing Unit, Republic Bank of Dominica. Let's get back to the conversation, Nicole, and tell us, how does the Republic Bank help make those goals feel more within reach?
Republic Bank helps make those goals feel more within reach by offering customers meaningful flexibility. With our Make It Happen loan, customers can access up to $50,000 unsecured and have up to 7 years to repay. That is important because it gives customers support without necessarily requiring collateral. And it also gives them more time to structure repayments in a way that feels manageable alongside their monthly commitments. Of course, we also have competitive interest. So it's not just about getting access to financing, it's about doing so in a way that feels supportive.
So now tell us, for the listener who's been listening since morning, who has been carrying something important for a while, what would you want them to take away from today's conversation?
I would want them to take away the fact that their personal priorities matter too. Not every important move looks the same, and just because something does not fall under a mortgage, land loan, or a vehicle loan does not mean it is any less worthy of attention. So if there is something important you have been meaning to address, Republic Bank's Make It Happen loan may be the support you need to start moving it forward. So my encouragement would be to start the conversation and find out what may be possible.
Now, tell me, any final messages that you may want, or message you want to leave with our listeners today to Make It Happen loans?
Yes. So my final message is this. If there is something important in your life that you have been meaning to take care of, do not keep putting it off without exploring your options. Republic Bank understands that meaningful moves come in different forms, and the Make It Happen loan is designed to support those personal goals and priorities that matter. Visit us at Republic Bank and speak with one of our loans officers to explore what may be possible for you. And I'm going to give you their names and their numbers. So we have Stanley Green, 275-4333. Marlene Samuel Simon, 275-4317. We have Raina Laronde, 275-4329. We have Amy St. Amy, 275-4308. We have Amaral Martin, 275-4363. The move is yours, the support is ours, and with Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now.
Okay, Nicole Karam, thank you very much for talking to us this morning. Thank you. Looking forward to talking to you again at the next episode. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Yes, thank you. All right, thank you, Nicole, for reminding our listeners that there is this an important goal, priority they need to address. Check Republic Bank. Republic Bank is here with the support to help them make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another episode of Republic Bank Corner. Stick around, the conversation continues right here on Q.
Don't be afraid to change your life. Make that step, Republic's by your side. To renovate, you got legs to make life great. Move from, I don't know. Make the move. The move is yours. We will see Republic's got me. The move is yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one for you. Don't be afraid to change your life. Make that step, Republic's by your side. To renovate, you got legs to make life great. Move from, I don't know. Make the move. The move is yours. We will see Republic's got me. The move is yours. Up to 100% financing, low rate, then more. With Republic Bank by your side, your next move starts now. Come talk to us or log on to republicbankdominica.com for more. Republic Bank, where one for you.
It's 3 minutes to the hour of 10 o'clock in the morning. National Cooperative Credit Union advises of the early closure of all branches and sub-offices today, Tuesday, May 19th, to facilitate staff training. Vehicles and the Southeast closes at 12:30. Roseau head office, St. Paul, and La Salette closes at 1:30 today. Okay, just to remind you that the National Cooperative Credit Union advises of the early closure of all branches and sub-offices today, Tuesday, May 19th, to facilitate a staff training. Bakers and Southeast closes at 12:30 a.m. or 12:30 p.m., and Roseau head office, St. Paul, and La Salette closes at 1:30. Very important message there for all the customers of the NCCU. Dominica, let's continue the conversation here. It's 10:02 in the morning. Hello, talk to me. Are you there, Colin?
Good morning, Matt.
How are you this morning?
Not so bad on you.
Hanging in there.
Matt, it have 6 or 7 years. They don't yet come near and smoke. Most I cannot live for mosquito inside Meru. Please tell them to come and smoke Meru, please.
Oh, Meru. Thank you. All right, so. And just a question there for the Republic Bank. But can you kindly ask them for me? Why is it that from the time Republic Bank was established in the BVI, people just started to flow and they do not have to do all their promotions like they're doing in Dominica? So that's a question for the head office, huh? Somebody's saying that the same promotions that exist in Dominica, they should have them in the BVI. That's your message, right? Thank you very much. I'm hoping that the staff of the BVI may have listened and will pass the message. Are you there, caller? Yes. Good.
Yes, Matt. Yes,
morning
Matt. Good morning.
to you, sir.
Matt, first of all, Matt, you see that clip of Simeon Joseph you have playing there, Matt?
Uh-huh.
I would want you to send that for me on my phone. I need to put that on a loudspeaker on my truck. And I need to go around Dominica as a custom. And I need to play that for the people of Dominica to listen. Because, Matt, not everybody gets in queue. As a matter of fact, Matt, I work in Granby.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I take fish, a French station taking over queue. I can't get queue no more. So it's not everybody that's listening to Q. And Q is one of the most powerful radio stations in Dominica. It's only Q that having them kind of people like Simeon Joseph with them kind of message for the people of Dominica. So man, I need to put that on my truck with a loudspeaker and go run Dominica and let the people of Dominica listen to that. So please send me that clip and I will take that responsibility and I will do that because they need to listen to that clip. Because that is a powerful, powerful clip so that the people of Dominica can listen to. And Matt, in addition, Matt, we have a government that is very disrespect to the people of Dominica. They have no kind of respect for the people of Dominica. And the people of Dominica need to realize that. Matt, the government of Dominica know that they have failed every section in Dominica. Every department in Dominica, the government of Dominica has failed this department. And they know that. So they know they cannot use that in the next general election to get people to vote for them. Because they have failed the people. So what they're doing, everybody that is vocal, the people that is speaking strongly against them, they're trying to offer them jobs, they're trying to offer them money, they're trying to offer them all kinds of things for them to keep them mouth shut and for them to come on the side. But the people of Dominica, they need to realize what that is happening and they need to reject this government. Stop taking the government bribe and continue bringing down the country. We know where the state of Dominica is. I don't care what they offer you. Tell these people, no, enough is enough. I don't need nothing of yours. And you're not going to shut me up. You're not going to ask me to come on your side because you have destroyed Dominica enough. Why are we, the people of Dominica, doing that to Dominica? Why are we taking bribe from this government? And we know that is the only way they can win. They cannot win by the free will of the people of Dominica because they know they have failed the country. And they're not doing it because they love Dominica. They're doing it because they want to secure the assets. They want to secure what they have taken from Dominica already. And in order for them to secure it, they have to remain in power. Ruth Benskevich said it in Massac. He tell the labor rights that the Dominican Labour Party cannot afford to be in opposition. They cannot be in opposition. They have to be in power. He tell it to them. He has the reason why he tell it to them. Because he knows that the day they're in opposition, they have to declare all the assets they have. All what they take from Dominica, they must declare it. And if it don't come a right way, they know they're going to lose it. So they cannot afford to be in opposition. So now they're using the people of Dominica to keep them in power. And the people of Dominica are falling for the bait. And some of them, because they have been talking for 4 years. Now election is about to come. That is when they come into you with pride. And that is when you want to be speaking different. Everyone, stop doing that to Dominica. My sister, stop doing that to Dominica. The young people, listen carefully. Go and reconfirm. Get all yourself on the voters list. And let us do the right thing. And take this government out of power.
I'm happy you called because people have been asking me questions, and I want to ask you the question because somebody's saying, St. Joseph seems so vibrant. Is there a candidate for St. Joseph at this time?
Matt,
Bernie.
Matt, St. Joseph had a meeting last week where they put a powerful association together. Bernie Ryan as the chairperson, Dr. Pascal as the vice chairman, the assistant chairman. We have Monel Williams as the caretaker, and we have Ellicott Senvaz as the PRO, and we have other members of our things. We have a strong team. We already have a team on the ground that is getting people reconfirmed and getting people to register. We already have our team working and talking to our people. Thursday coming, not this Thursday tomorrow, the following Thursday, we are going to have another general meeting with all the people of St. Joseph, and we are going to put candidates together. So next week Thursday, after next week Thursday, they will hear our candidate is announcing who's going to represent us in St. Joseph. Because we believe in democracy. We already have a candidate in mind. But we want everybody to come with their candidate of choice. We're going to put them together. We're going to have an election. And whoever emerge to be the candidate on Thursday, next week Thursday, then we will be in public with our candidate. But St. Joseph don't have a candidate problem, Matt. I want to put up to the record.
So you're confident that you will have a candidate by next Thursday, for the record?
Matt, that is guaranteed. St. Joseph don't have a candidate problem. Matt, don't play with St. Joseph, you know. St. Joseph is always a strong United Workers' Party. I'm whole. The United Workers' Party have not lost in St. Joseph. Everybody knows the reason why the Labour Party is in control in St. Joseph. Now, everybody, if they want to be fair, Monel Williams have never lost an election in St. Joseph. What is happening to Monel Williams in St. Joseph in the past election of fact, it was totally unfair to her, especially in the Bells constituency. But it will not happen to us again. It will never happen to us again. They can play all the Cocomaca, not under the chairmanship of Bernie Ryan, that's going to happen. Because this trip, we on them like kick, and we're going to make them to understand St. Joseph is not their place. We are going to take back St. Joseph from them. This Saturday, I see the ambassador of China, and I see the former police officer, Mills, and Martin Charles, and his son. Now, after 4 years, they're on the road in Layu and in St. Joe, coming to ask the young people to reconfirm to vote for them after 4 years. But they cannot tell the young people what they have done for them for the past 4 years, for the past 25 years they're in power. They cannot tell the young people what they have done to better their life. But I, Bernie Ryan, I can tell you what we are going to do for the young people in the constituency of St. Joseph. And we are going to tell them what we are going to do for the village of St. Joseph. A village that once was on top and now we're to the bottom. A village that once was independent and now we're dependent. I'm going to show them how we're going to bring back St. Joseph. What St. Joseph will be under our new candidate that we're going to have. On Thursday, after Thursday, we will be on the road, and you will be the first person to know who's going to represent us in St. Joseph after next Thursday. And have a good morning.
Have a good morning. You sound very energetic this morning, Ernie. Send me a WhatsApp message. I'll send you back the message of Simeon, okay? Send me a WhatsApp message. I don't know how I have your number saved, but send me a message, okay? And I'll send you back the message you've asked of Simeon. You wanted to play around the island. Send it back to me, okay? Send me a message.
I just made goal winning Roseau again. Same place outside Flossies. I tried to dock him, but he had time to see me. Where? Story start again. Million, lot of my father with us, huh? Soccer fella. I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossies. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? I'm my pocket the boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Good when you're still telling me. I know already. Tu paga respecte moi. But it could even pepper palais. I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Flosses. Right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Flosses can't do it to you.
All right, Dominica, we have somebody in the line. We have a stop coming up in a minute. Hello, talk to me, yeah?
Yeah, Matt.
Yes, sir.
The people who put the donkey on the roof and who thought it was a pet. I know sometimes I can be stubborn and disobedient and rude like the donkey. But that donkey there, Matt, those people who put it up, they have to be stubborn, they have to be rude, they have to be brutal and as disrespectful as the donkey. I know they say the donkey need to remain where, Matt, in a stable. You there with me?
In a stable, yes. The donkey belongs in a stable.
Well, me might have not do. I mean, I'm in a horse race. As a donkey, I'm in a horse race. But that donkey, I trying to figure out who is that donkey or what is that donkey. That donkey, they need to be in jail. And those people who elevated that donkey to that status mark, they need to be as ruthless, as brutal, as rude, hard-headed, and stubborn as that donkey, and take the donkey down by any means necessary. Thank
It's game on, and you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game, and you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Trust us, we can. The kind of loyalty you cannot find anywhere. National Cooperative Credit Union, education, training, and information. Self-help, responsibility, democracy, equality, solidarity. And with you, we have no heart for our members. So become a member today in one of our local offices to help us make your dreams come true. 255-2126. NCB, your community financial partner.
Good morning. It's 10:13 in the morning. Are you there, caller? Yes. Are you there?
Good morning, Mato. Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, St. Joseph. Go register. I support Mr. Ryan. Matt, when UWP, let me start from Freedom Party. Freedom Party was doing, they was doing a thing, they build the health center. Eugenia Charles, you had a lot of adult education. Eugenia Charles doing a thing. But under UWP, the St. Joseph economy really changed. St. Joseph was on a high. Although banana was to what it was under Freedom Party, agriculture in St. Joseph was booming. You could see it on the market day on Saturday by Enid Pagan. St. Joseph was moving water from the UWP. Layu River Hotel was swinging. The road between Layu Park and Hillsborough Bridge, tourists was moving up and down. People could stay on the side of the road and sell to those people.
The road between Layu and St. Joseph had life. All what these had to do and Kelva and Martin Charles is take that and bring that community to the top. Instead, those people leave St. Joseph to suffer. They leave those people to grind. Meanwhile, they're today wealthy. Well, I know those guys before politics. Martin Charles, Vince, all of them. So I know there was opportunity. So St. Joseph, go register. The world we live in now have money. You don't have to be in America to enjoy America. That phone all you have there, or you can do business right in America and make all your money. All you don't have to depend the Roosevelt carrot or no government. The opportunity is now. Go and register. Say no to Roosevelt carrot. And this young lady, Matt, I was impressed with her yesterday. I was impressed with her over the weekend because she keeps saying to Dennis Charles, you must do for people that support you. She's saying to Skerrit, you must do for the people that support you. The same problem we have been facing for the last 26 years. Skerrit only doing for a group of people and not for Dominicans together. That's why our economy is such a bad state. I sorry a young lady like that who was promised $18,000 when she would reach the age of 18. She never gotten that money from the Labour Party up to today. Her mother was promised health care 3-4 years ago from Roosevelt Carrot. Her mother don't have health care now. So you can't blame nobody else but blame you, young lady. You need to reject the people that brought your parents to how they are there. And if you don't watch yourself, you will be the same. And as long as Dominicans like that, all of them will face the same problem. The people living in them houses, they're going to be like your mother. Because how can you live in a house, a big married man, a big man, a saying boyfriend and girlfriend, living in a house, you're not paying for it. Tomorrow, when another government come in power, what do you have to tell the other government? It is not Skerrit's father property, not his mother property. He will to all you. He have no right to give no Dominican nothing based on the Constitution of Dominica. So don't be fool. All you're going to be something like that lady I have dead. Dominicans, vote Roosevelt Skerrit out. God bless Dominica. Thank you.
God bless you too, my brother. It's what time? 10:17 in the morning. Stick around. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes?
Morning, Martin. How are you?
I'm here. How are you?
Okay, mate. Blessings. I just hoping that the Ministry of Health and the hospital is listening. Matt, I have a big problem, Matt. That hospital and that ministry need to do something because let me just give a fast rundown. My wife went to the hospital with a small sore on her foot, Matt, and within a week the hospital wasn't taking care of my wife, and they actually a week they had to scratch out my wife's leg. I can't get the proper term for it until you could see her tendons. Now imagine up to a day after 4 months, I am still asking for medical reports. There's an investigation going on in the hospital, and up till now, they cannot tell me nothing about that investigation. Then they're telling me they're looking for the doctors that's supposed to be working in the hospital. Matt, I really cannot understand nothing happening in Dominica, especially when it comes to our health in Dominica, Matt. So I hope Miss the CEO of the hospital and the Ministry of Health listening. They know who I am because they know the concern. I have been going to them for over 7 months, walking after them. Imagine that due to that, my wife lost her job, Matt, and now the hospital is not taking no responsibility. So I want to know if I should go to the regional health board, if I should go international.
So explain to us again. I just want you to repeat what you initially said. That she went to the hospital with a small what?
My wife, in August, she went to hospital because my wife has lupus. So she went to the hospital for a flare-up.
Okay.
But she had a small sore on her foot. Now, the negligence of the hospital not checking on my wife, that sore actually got a lot of bacteria, because we must keep in mind that the nurses in Dominica, they walk around roads with their clothes and then they go to work. So my wife got infected, and after a week, they actually had to scrape her leg. I don't know the medical term for it. They scraped it till we could see her tendons That means up to like 2 days my wife cannot walk. Due to that, she lost her job, and the hospital is not taking no responsibilities. Now I wrote to them. They told me they would do an investigation in December, in the month of May, and up to now I cannot get a response. And some of the excuses that they're still looking for the doctors. Now the other problem that I have is that they have Spanish doctors in the hospital that cannot speak proper English. Nobody above them that can speak English to help us Dominicans. And when it comes to the prescriptions, the Spanish cannot even spell English. So imagine that they give her a wrong prescription that was badly spelled. And if that medication was existing, they would give it to my wife and she would have to die. And then they would just say, oh, sorry, it was a mistake. So we really need to look into that, and I hope they hear it.
And you're saying again that you reported this issue to the authorities, yes?
So the Ministry of Health, where the PS called me and told me they will try to do their own investigation on the side. The CEO of the hospital, I had a meeting with him where he found that the pictures that I showed him of my wife, like, it was very disturbing. But Matt, nobody in Dominica to give a toot. And believe you me, this morning I just came from the hospital making noise because 3 months I'm waiting on a medical report and the doctor cannot write the report.
Wow.
So, yeah, and there's a department that they call the quality assurance in the hospital. Believe you me, these people just a waste of time. Because you cannot tell me 5 months an investigation going on and you still cannot give a little information about how it was found. And all you're telling is that, yeah, we're looking for the doctors, we're looking for this, we're looking for that.
So are you saying that they don't know the doctors that treated your wife? Is that what they're saying?
Well, that is the problem. That is what I understand out of what they're telling me. They're looking for the doctors because I got the medical report and there's a lot going on because I got some other people medical reports in my wife's medical report that I saw her file. Also, when giving me some of the reports, they covered certain, like what the person's name was supposed to be. They would cover it with a paper, so I actually have all that. And then our medication, like she brought in, like, let's say, iron tablets. When I live in the hospital, we got other people medication with their names on it.
The serious business that needs to be investigated. I'm hoping that the authorities can come through for you, my brother.
No, they wouldn't do that. That's why I come on the radio, because it's like 5 months I've been working behind them, so looking as if I have to make Dominicans be aware. So plenty of Dominicans have the same issue as me with the hospital. So now, if people are ready, they can go to the hospital. I am not alone. All you're not alone. We all there, we can go in the hospital.
Okay.
Because that is pure nonsense. And I'm going to take a foreign lawyer. I'm actually going to bring that regionally and internationally, how our health is in Dominica. So they know who I am. They know actually who I am. They know who's speaking, they're listening. And I hope they get in contact with me as soon as possible, because I'm going to take it real far this time.
All right, caller, thank you very much. Hoping that they pay attention to you. I would find it strange that you don't know. I'm sure you have a schedule of doctors that go through the hospital. They don't know. That math doesn't math in at all. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, caller?
The math is not mathing, because nobody knows their role, their function, their responsibilities. Everything is disjointed. There is no collaboration. There is no follow-up. There is no togetherness. Imagine one nurse will come here. You heard the story maybe sometime last week. One nurse come in and give a patient a medication. 5 minutes later, another nurse come in and give the same medication or another medication. That is not on the person's chart. Now, this thing is serious. It's heart-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. That's where we are. But we need to change the demonic system that we have. I listened to your conversation yesterday and even this morning, listened to me. I listened to so many people. And even with the lady who complained about her mother, spoke the truth, saw a video of her mother's situation, and then again her apologizing this morning. Now, what are we teaching? All in all, what's that going on there? Children live what they learn. What are we teaching our children in all the scheme of things that are going on there, in that whole demonic system? It's affecting our children. A lot of our children are actually hosts of these demonic spirits. A lot of our children are disturbed. A lot of the children are actually controlled by the demon.
Maybe something went wrong with your phone.
No,
it's still okay.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, we need to do a lot, because the Ministry of Education is a problem, just like the Ministry of Health. And every institution is controlled by the demon. So every institution has its problem. That's all I will say for now. Have a good day.
Have a good day. On the telephone, yes, it's 10:24. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I am there. Good morning, Max,
Good morning to
and
you.
good morning to the listeners of Q95. Hope all is well. Can I engage you on the confirmation process, Max?
Sure, yes.
Okay. I want to advise the electoral office that they should publish on every media in Dominica when and where they have in confirmation, because many people do not know when and where confirmation is taking place. And secondly, Max, someone go to the JP, they get the ID signed, and then they go to the confirmation center. The confirmation center do whatever have to do, and they give you a form to take back to the JP, which is I don't know I can't remember how they call it, but it's like an identification form which the JP is supposed to sign. But those forms are supposed to be with the JPs, not at the confirmation center. Imagine, Matt, you go to confirm in Maho, after the JP has signed your photo, then Maho giving you a form to take back to the JP, Matt. And you have to go to the electoral office to get that form.
You're serious?
Yes, I'm there, Matt.
No, I'm just asking you. Are you very serious with that? But it should be in the hands of the JP, as you're saying.
Yes, all the forms should be in the hands of the JP, not at the confirmation centers, because the people are making an unnecessary trip back to the JP. So I hope they correct that. Put all the forms in the hands of the JP. So when the person go, the JP sign their ID and whatever he has to do with the birth certificate, he fill the form one time, and when they go to the confirmation center, that is it. They haven't got to make two trips. Good morning, Max, and
good morning to you. Good morning. 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Good morning to you. Yes.
Yes, Matt. Good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, I sent you a couple messages, but I had to call Matt because I heard the guy from Central made a statement, Matt, that Mills and the Chinese ambassador was going to the village. Matt, let me say something. The Chinese always lying to the people of Dominica, and people swallow it like a pill. But listen to what the Chinese say. They don't get involved in the politics of the country, and they don't build certain structures for the government. They only deal in a limited capacity, okay? Which is a lie to me. But the Chinese ambassador have no business campaigning for a political party.
I think it's the Japanese ambassador. I don't think it's the Chinese. The Japanese ambassador.
Well, basically, Matt, it doesn't matter. No ambassador should not be campaigning for local politics in a country. They are not supposed to get involved in that. And that's the point. So whether it's a Chinese ambassador or somewhere else, even a foreign, another country in the Caribbean, a brother, sister country, these things should be illegal, and I'm pretty sure they are illegal if contested in the court. But some people do what they want because people don't stand up and fight this thing. And while I have you there, man, the analogy of the donkey, man, the people put this man in office like the man brought the donkey up on the roof because he wanted him to see where he leaves his residence. If he get lost, he know where he's at and what. The donkey turn up and tear down the place. In that case, you remember Peter Sessions? He said Kerry was a jackass, but Peter didn't know in what category to put it and how to put it right. That analogy is just played as a donkey, my brother. What you just played this morning, all three of these pieces you played this morning, they interconnected. Mr. Simeon Joseph piece, the other piece you play about the chicken with Joseph Stalin, it all goes back to the people who are putting people in office who have their interest, who have no interest in the people. It's about people fighting for them to be in power, and then they abuse the power and neglect the people. And this is why you have all the people calling, complaining, the gentleman about the bad treatment is right here at the hospital. But the analogy at the end of the donkey, the man gave it to you plain and clear, and I've told you so many times. People are responsible for their actions. The people put the donkey in place and tear down the place, and now we complaining. Matt, I'm listening.
All right. Matt, didn't I tell you our nurses are being used and stretched? Having 2 nurses per 20 patients and still having them to retrain and closely monitor the Spanish nurses. And they're doing that with because they have been available. Because Ross University, that was supplying the hospital because the students were using the hospital. At some point, didn't you think nurses will just not care to protect their own mental health until they can get out? That's a question here. Hello, talk to me on the telephone 449-3095-96 and 97. Is that yes? Hello, yes. All right, 449-3095-96 and 97. Yes. All right, we're going to stop there with our friends from Rise and Roast this morning. If you're looking for some good coffee, something to eat for breakfast this morning, or lunch, or just to chill out, have a social conversation, the place to be is at Rise and Roast this morning, Monday to Saturday. Good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? Are you there?
Hi, good morning, Matt. Good morning, listeners. Yes, I'm here.
All right. So you don't want to be with me this morning. Okay. All right. So you stay on the telephone.
No, it's not bad. Just unable to come in today.
Okay. So what's happening at Rise and Rose this morning?
Okay, so today we're going to talk about rice and rose, like you said, and it is your go-to breakfast and lunch spot right here in Roseville. So we are happy to announce that Rice and Rose has officially reopened under new management, and we are located on Hillsborough Street. So it's directly opposite the NBD, the National Bank of Dominica main branch, right in the heart of Roseville. So directly across, there are the container buildings, and you will see the sign that says Rice and Rose, and we are located right here. So we are your perfect stop for breakfast before work because we open from 7 in the morning. If you want a quick coffee break or satisfying lunch during the day, we are your place to stop. Our focus is freshly prepared meals, local flavors, and convenient service for busy professionals, students, and anyone in town. So since we're open for breakfast and lunch as well, we are open Monday to Thursday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Friday from 7 to 8, Saturday from 7 to 3. Now, you may be asking, do we serve breakfast during the entire day? No. Breakfast is served up until 11 a.m. and lunch is served up until 3 p.m.
Okay. So what can we find for lunch or breakfast this morning? What can we find for lunch or breakfast? Do you have to call in and find out?
Oh, no, we have a menu, the daily menu. You can follow social media. But for breakfast, we have a range. So we have omelette, and we have something that is our local favorite. It is smoked chicken omelette.
Mm.
So we have smoked chicken omelette. We have sandwiches, iced coffee, hot coffee, local juices, and we also have a different menu for lunch daily. So for example, today our menu for lunch for today is we have baked chicken. You have an option. You can choose your main, and then you can choose your sides. You can get baked chicken, crispy shrimp, stew goat, or fried fish with onions. And you can choose your sides as well. The options are baked rice, pasta with minced chicken and vegetables, Parisian croquettes, breaded plantains, string beans, and steamed vegetables. And we also have the option where you can get a Caesar salad. And we have this as well, our very own favorite. It is vanilla ice cream with chocolate drizzle for people.
Mm. That looks like a big menu. And what time we can have that available there? Mm?
Yes, that's what we have in the week, but we also have something special on Saturdays as well. So on Saturdays, we have our local menu. It is something just for Saturdays. We have different options. So you have variations where you can get salt, you can get soft baked. So for Saturday menu, you have something we call Saturday Yard Bite.
Mm-hmm.
It's a local breakfast and lunch, yeah. So you get sauce, steak, sweet and codfish, plantain and saltfish, or stewed chicken with provisions, and you also have a broth as well.
Mm.
So you can place your order for your broth by 11, and you can pick up. So we have the options where you can get fish, or you can get smoked chicken in your broth as well.
Okay, just tell us before you go, the numbers and where we can WhatsApp to get, it delivered to us there.
Sure, but we also have a promotion coming up next Monday.
Okay.
Where we have it's called our Work Pass Advantage promo. So all you have to do is show your work ID and you get 10% off on your breakfast or your lunch order. Once you have your work ID, you come to Rise and Roast. You show your assistant the ID, whoever is assisting you, and automatically your order is decreased by 10%.
Okay.
So whether you work in Rosa or just passing through on your lunch break, you just come to Rise and Roast, so we service it during the week, provided if you're with ID and you get a discount.
Okay. Well, we'll be talking to you again sometime next week, the same time?
Yes, and to contact us, you can WhatsApp at 612-2060.
612, repeat?
612-2060.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning there. Rise and Roast. Hello. I think I just need to apologize. I think I made an error earlier. The ambassador. Did I say it was Japanese? It was Chinese. Yes, the scholar was right. He's Chinese ambassador, Mr. Martin. For some reason, I was a little confused about Japanese, Chinese. He's the Chinese ambassador, Mr. Martin, the chairperson of the 8 Bank. Imagine that, Ambassador chairman, now campaign manager. Is Dominica a real country? Imagine an ambassador is the chairperson of the aid bank and now involved in campaigns, huh? Mr. Martin Charles, maybe you are a very lucky guy. You're a blessed guy. We're gonna do this, and we'll come back, Dominica. Yeah.
When you want to go for a drive, hit the road and go where you like. Drive smoother, drive longer, drive better. Move it, get going, move it, get going, move it, get going, move it, get going.
Rubus, fueling the Caribbean for 15 years.
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies, so I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? Do you have a farm? He tell me, that's how it has sort. I've been married 37 years, so come out of my money in farm. He say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
Second counts when it comes to your health. Waiting isn't an option. A stroke can strike without warning, but the power to prevent it is in your hands. Know the signs: sudden weakness, slurred speech, loss of balance, or blurred vision. If you notice them, act fast. It could save a life. Prevention is a real game changer. Start with small, smart choices. Exercise for 30 minutes a day. Eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Cut the salt, ditch the cigarettes. Control stress and check your blood pressure regularly. These habits don't just prevent strokes, they protect your heart, your mind, and your future. Support the mission. Visit therayastorfoundation.org or call 767-448-0571 to learn more. At the Ray Astor Foundation, we're fighting strokes before they start by building.
Come see what's new at Burton and Company Limited. New range of air conditioning units. Great price. Greater value for money. Standard air conditioning units have single speed compressor. Inverter technology uses variable speed compressor. That equates to approximately 30% more efficient, making air conditioning more affordable for you. Burton and Company Limited, located corner Independence Street and Kennedy Avenue. Smart energy solutions at the Electric Shop.
In the Caribbean, hurricanes are not a question of if, but when. What matters most is how quickly families and livelihoods recover. Flexible Hurricane Protection FHP is a parametric insurance solution. It does not rely on assessing individual damage. It is triggered by verified storm data. When agreed wind speeds are reached within defined zones, the policy activates automatically. No claim forms, no adjusters, no waiting months. If triggered, funds go directly to you to repair your home, restore crops, replace equipment, or stabilize lost income. FHP is available to households, farmers, small businesses, and community groups. Flexible Hurricane Protection, designed for speed, designed for certainty. Available through participating credit unions or online at corpathinsurance.com. Call 440-9052 or 317-1577 before the season begins.
You've got to go, but where do you go? To sleep in Comfort Funeral Home Inc. Sleep in Comfort Funeral Home is locally owned, local covered,
bottles and gaskets with rich craftsmanship and sparkling finish, uniquely customized, affordable packages and pre-planned services including transportation, storage, briefs, programs, pin-ons, and much, much more that will take away every burden and worry. Our professional team providing exceptional service, sleep, and comfort. You know, a home where your burdens will be lightened and your loved ones will be laid to rest in comfort and dignity. Two locations, 33 Jolly Lane, Goodwill, and St. Joseph Highway, 245-4014 or 615-4020. Sleep in Comfort Funeral Home, where comfort meets compassion.
Dominica, not every link is a win.
You see that text saying I win a free phone? I almost clicked it, we.
Man, my cousin fell for that same thing last week and all his money gone just so.
Scammers are trying to move smart, but you can stay smarter. Before you click, check the sender's email, check for spelling mistakes, and make sure the link starts with HTTPS, which shows it's secure. If it looks suspicious, don't click, delete it. Think, check, then click. That's the cyber smart way, and together we're building a cyber smart Caribbean. This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Stay smart, stay safe. Think Card TP. Visit cardtpconnect.org.
Hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too, lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies. Visit Do It Center at the former J. Nassif Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it Center.
The government of Dominica, in collaboration with Goodwill, Village Sufria, and Stansover Village Council, presents the Feast of St. Isidore. Come to the east for the Feast of St. Isidore, May 22nd to 25 in Stansover. Entertainment kicks off Friday with Isidore Princess Show, followed by Isidore Street Line with DJ Rebs, DJ Slim, DJ Epic, and Dr. Miguel Labadie. Saturday Fish Night with DJ Atty, DJ Flip the Pause, and the Impulse Band. Sunday Grand Sports Day, Small Goal Night, Cricket, Diamond Spoon, and more. After party with DJ Real 767, DJ Snow, and the legendary Midnight Groovers. Monday, Isidore Day, church service, honoring of the elder, cultural gala, and more. Followed by afternoon entertainment with DJ Epic, DJ Tricks the Champ, Joyce Stout, Carlin XP, and the Rhythm Knockers Band. Fete Isidore 2026 in Saint-Tropez. Sponsored by the government of Dominica, Caribbean, Belfast Estate, agents for BB Rum and Kabuli, George Designs Media, JS The Band and Company Limited, Digicel, and
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
It's game on, and you may not be able to predict the scoreline or who will win each game, and you sure can't predict who will be the champion. But what is predictable is that Quartz has what you need to watch the games the way you want to every time. It's game on. Quartz, bringing value home.
Let's hear it for your Wildcat cheerleader.
Angie, weren't you a cheerleader?
The best in the Western Hemisphere, until I attempted that switch kick double twist roundhouse.
Oh?
Exactly. I must have been in the air for 20 seconds before I fell into that snare drum. I set a world record though, and thankfully I could trust the CG United Medical Portal with my claims. All 37 of them.
The CG Medical Portal, safe and secure. CG United, good like that.
When you want to go for a drive, hit the road and go where you like. Drive smoother, drive longer, drive better, drive. Get going, get moving, get going, get moving, get going, get moving, get going.
Rubus, fueling the Caribbean for 15 years.
Fresh market. When the money comes and the bucket that hurts you. A fresh market. Fresh market. Come on, it's a bite.
We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Fresh market, fresh market, never disappointed. Fresh market.
We have just about 11 more minutes on this hot set. Stick around. Hello, yes?
Good morning, Matt. Again.
Morning to you.
I want to say congratulations to Mr. Gregor Nassif, who has assumed the title of the president of the Caribbean Association, of the hotels in the Caribbean.
Caribbean Hotel Association, yes.
Association, right. These people are very nice people, Matt. Let me congratulate Mr. Nassif. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Again, I just want to add, again, repeat, yes, Mr. Martin Charles is the ambassador to China, okay? And not Japan. Somebody says, Matt, all these doctors that graduated, especially that got scholarships, should come back to Dominica to work at the hospital. I think Dominica needs them more than America. So you're saying a lot of them have gone to America? Don't you think, I understand your plea, but don't you think that they're better paid in America? Some people are finding some interesting messages sent to share with me this morning. Let's listen to this one there.
Don't manipulate him. You had 4 good years to change the lives of these people. 4 whole good years. Look around you. Young people still roam the streets without jobs. Families still sleep hungry. Parents still cannot afford school fees. And patients still die in hospitals that barely function. And yet, each time, politicians remember that elections are now close, they suddenly remember the poor. You bring out money. You start shaking hands. You start promising jobs and security. But Father, leadership is not acting. Leadership is responsibility. And do you even know the painful thing, Father? They are not collecting your money because they trust you. They are collecting it because of hardship has weakened them. Hunger can silence dignity. Poverty can force citizens to smile at the same people that are destroying their future. Don't silence Ibrahim. Don't manipulate him. You know the right thing? Then do it. Because one day, the bodyguards will disappear. Praises will vanish. And history won't remember their name. They won't even remember the convoys, the media interviews, the posters that carried your face. The only thing they will remember is if you had managed them, if you had tried to shape this country to make it better or worse. Step low and do the right thing, because time waits for nobody.
I'm super excited that the pain of
Another very important message there, generated, I suspect, by AI, but still very relevant.
Time to go, you got to go. But where do you go? To sleep in Comfort Funeral Home in Sleep in Comfort Funeral Home is locally owned, local coffins with caskets with rich craftsmanship and sparkling finish, uniquely customized, affordable packages and pre-planned services, including transportation, storage, reefs, programs, pin-ons, and much, much more that will take away every burden and worry. A professional team providing exceptional service. Sleep in Comfort Funeral Home, where your work will be light and your loved ones will be laid to rest in comfort and dignity. Two locations, 33 Johnny Lane, Goodwill, and St. Joseph Highway, 245-4014 or 615-40.
But tomorrow I need you there.
I'm going to leave you with this one from Jada Monroe. Enjoy the rest of the morning, okay?
The sun came up again today, just like it always do. And if the sky could start again, baby, so can you. It's still here, heart still going strong. That's not nothing, honey. That means you belong. Try, lift your head. The best is not behind you. It's ahead. Give it one